What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing another vlog. This is my fuck my finger. Why are you broken, bastard? But yeah, what's up, guys? Today my vlog topic is going to be my drumming. Well, technically my music, like when I started playing musical instruments and things like that. Honestly, like drumming. Sorry, but drumming I started when I was about 5. I just loved like banging on pots and pans, you know, the basic shit. I was always like, oh my god, this is so much fun. Fucking hell. But yeah, I always enjoyed being able to make music and to be able to be like, yeah, I'm like that guy on the radio. I can do this. I'll be like them one day. But, you know, sometimes just, damn it, this... sluts. But it was always, like, a thing for me to be able to say, yeah, I'm gonna be like them one day. I guess it was like a popularity contest to me, kind of. Like, oh, that guy was better than that guy, but I bet I can be better than that guy. And my dad was always into, like, classic metal, like Def Leppard, Skid Row, and just countless Motley Crue, Alice Cooper, Dio, Rainbow, bands like that. Just in really amazing and inspirational classic metal bands. Mostly hair, some like old heavy metal, things like that. But when I started listening to that, I started getting into bands like Pantera and Exodus and Iced Earth and bands like that, which were a little bit heavier and more progressive. Then I got into a lot more thrash like Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, bands like that who were just my idols at the time, where I was just like, oh, I bet I can play faster than them. Yeah, watch this, Mom. Oh, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. And it was always a sort of thing for me, where I just wanted to be like them. Now onto the guitar segment. I started playing when I was about 8, because I heard this riff by Carl Ulrich from a band called Patronin Killers. The amazing band. They were actually a local band, local thrash band. And I also heard from a band called Nuclear Assault, which is also a fairly old thrash metal band. Really good band. And I started hearing all these riffs and I was like, well, I got the drumming down. What do I need to do next? I know, I need to start playing guitar. So, you know, I would sit there and kind of like just play with the chords and shit for a little while and just be like, and shit like that, and I'd just play along with the music and learn all the notes and everything. And eventually I just started liking to shred, you know, just play my own shit, get my own riffs, be able to do that type of stuff. And, you know, it was kind of, to me, an escape. I mean, when I was 8, I was that kid who always thought everything in the world was depressing and everything was at the end of the world and my life is terrible and all that bullshit, but yeah. And vocals now. I started doing vocals when I was about 10 or 11. I heard this song by, I think it was Atreyu, where he was just like, he let it all out at the beginning. It was like, da-da-da-da-da, went silent, and I was like, holy shit. And at the time, you know, when I was 8, I started listening to like Cannibal Corpse and Deicide and Morbid Angel and Death and Mortal Suffering, Periu, Pestilence, bands like that were like old school death metal. But I had never heard this clean scream and like outburst at the beginning of the song. And I was like, holy shit, I want to do that. And I just started screaming. Then I started taking lessons from like different people like Aaron Kitcher and people like that, like Aaron Kitcher of Infant Annihilator. By the way, huge shout out to Aaron Kitcher. Amazing vocalist, amazing drummer. Holy shit. He's crazy, just crazy. Saggy pants. But yeah, then I started progressing and I started out like, you know, it wasn't very good. Then I was like, you know, my vocals started being able to control it, so now I can be like, I don't like you, and, you know, things like that. And instead of just being like, you know, I sounded like shit. Hold up. But yeah, I started being able to actually do something with my vocals, and that was crazy for me. I was like, wait, maybe I could do something heavier. Maybe I could do something heavier than the last. Maybe I could do something even heavier than that. And it just started getting crazy. I started out with like screaming to like Bullet for My Valentine, because at the time I was really good at like clean vocals. I could be like, don't hold me back, and shit like that. But then I started listening to bands like Crossfaith and For All Those Sleeping and bands like that, where they were just screaming the whole time. And I was like, what is this? So I started getting heavier, and I started screaming to those songs. Then I was like, wait, this isn't heavy enough, I need to go heavier. Then I started doing Cannibal Corpse and Parasite Inc., and then I wanted to go heavier. And, okay, there's a lot of debate whether which one is heavier, but I'm just gonna say deathcore's heavier. It may or may not be, it depends on the band. But then I was introduced to this band called Black Tongue. Holy shit. Literally has to be the lowest, like, down tuning I've ever heard. It's like, most deathcore bands, Black Tongue is the whole way, and it's like, holy shit, what just happened? And then I was like, I can sing that. And I was like, wait, I want to go heavier. And I was like, Chelsea Grin, I Declare War, Massachin, like, not Massachin, what the fuck? Masculine, and bands like that, where they just were getting heavier by the day. And then I went to Whitechapel and to Phineas, and it just got crazier. I Built the Cross, At the Gates. I mean, At the Gates isn't really deathcore, but a lot of people consider them. And like Within the Ruins, and the Black Dahlia Murder, Die Artist Murder, Dreamer, bands like that, Job for a Cowboy. I mean, I could go on forever. But these bands, I was like, I want to go heavier, I want to go heavier, I want to go deeper, I want to get, like, lower vocals, I want to learn inhale, I want to go exhale, I want to learn how to pig squeal, I want to do all this shit. And yeah, I mean, that's how that really progressed. And yeah, now I enjoy it. I'm in a band called Masochist, and I mean, I enjoy what I do. It's fun, and I wouldn't ask for anything else. And of course, I had other instruments I played along the line. I mean, I know it sounds kind of pussy, but I did used to play piano, violin, acoustic guitar, organ, bagpipe, shit like that. Of course, clarinet, saxophone, flute, things like that along the line. But I learned how to play those, but I don't really have time to discuss that today. But maybe in another video. I'm talking more of like the main instruments I play. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And even if you're really fucking cool, you know what to do. Fucking share it, you crazy motherfuckers. I love you guys.